Okay, so good day to everyone. By the way, I'm Engineer John Renel Capellanes and welcome to Jacob Engineering Video Tutorials. Okay, so ang subject natin ngayon class is Statics of Rigid Bodies. Okay, so ito yung ating Module 3 Part 2. Okay, so in Part 2 class, ang topic na i-discuss natin is equilibrium of a parallel coplanar force system. Okay, so in this video we will discuss its basic concept and we will solve 3 sample problems. Okay, so let's start na class, no? Equilibrium, no? A body is said to be in equilibrium if the resultant of the force system that acts on the body vanishes. Equilibrium means that both the resultant force and the resultant couple are zero. Okay, so to make this definition short class, pag sinabi natin yung body natin is in equilibrium, kailangan at rest siya. Okay, kapag at rest class, okay, kailangan mamimit yung tatlong equilibrium condition niya. Okay, that is summation of fx is equal to 0. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Okay, summation of moment is equal to 0. Okay, ito yung tatlong equilibrium condition ng coplanar force system. Okay, kapag na-meet yung tatlong yan class, okay, matatawag natin yung na isang body is in equilibrium condition. Okay, so equilibrium condition of a coplanar parallel force system. Okay, so the condition of a coplanar parallel force system are, okay, so summation of fx is equal to 0 or summation of fy is equal to 0. Okay, so pili lang tayo dito class, no? Na anong dapat natin gamitin. Okay, example class. Okay, so kapag yung force natin of a force system is vertical, okay, and parallel to each other. Okay, yung equilibrium condition class is yung target natin is to make an equation. Okay, okay, so kapag okay, para makakuha tayo ng equation class, okay, since yung vertical naman yung forces natin, yung summation of forces na gamitin natin class, ito yung gamitin natin. Okay, kasi kapag nagamit tayo ng summation of fx class and yung forces natin is vertical, talagang hindi tayo makaka-create ng equation ito. Kasi walang horizontal forces dyan. Okay? Okay? Kapag vertical forces, ito yung gamitin natin. And then kapag horizontal forces, ito yung gamitin natin. Okay? At pangalawang equilibrium condition na gamitin natin class is summation of moment is equal to 0. Okay? In a rigid body class, may tinatawag tayo na type of supports. Okay? So anim to class, no? Ang una is may tinatawag tayo na flexible cable. So may beam dito class, ito yung flexible cable natin. Okay, so kapag nag-draw tayo ng body class, no, ng free body diagram ng beam na yan, and then i-draw natin yung reaction niya, ito yung mangyayari class. Okay, so the reaction is a tension force T which acts away from the member in the direction of the cable. Okay, that's why ito yung T natin, which is directed along the direction of the cable. Okay, and take note class. Okay, take note yung talaga to. Okay, a cable can only resist tension. Okay, but cannot resist compression. Okay, so therefore the number of unknowns in this reaction is only 1. Okay, so pangalawa class is may tinatawag tayo na roller support. Okay, bago ako mag-proceed dyan class, no? Okay, so class, may dalawang effect of a force tayo class. Okay, may tinatawag tayo na translation, meaning yung body natin nag-translate o nag-move from a point to another point. Okay? And then yung second class, yung effect ng force is pwede makakreate ng rotation or rotational moment. Okay? So, example nito class, no? Okay, example nito class. Okay, if I will apply a load P in this beam class, anong mangyayari ng reaction niyan? Okay, so there will be a resistance. Okay, there will be a resistance of the support, and this is called a reaction or the resistance force. Okay, ito yung tawagin nating R. Okay, so therefore class, roller can resist vertical vertical loads. Okay, vertical loads. Okay, so if I will apply class, okay, if I will apply a load P horizontally, ano mangyayari class? Okay, so ang mangyayari yan dyan class, walang resistance ng reaction dyan. Okay, kasi yung beam natin class is roller. Okay, which it can freely move horizontally. Okay, so therefore there will be no horizontal reaction, only vertical reaction class. Okay, that's why ito yon. Okay, ito lang yung reaction niya class. Okay, so the reaction is a force which acts perpendicular to the surface. Okay, tandaan nyo ito class, to the surface at the point of contact. Okay, so ito yung surface natin class, kailangan perpendicular yung reaction niya class. Okay, dyan. Okay, nakuha niya ako class, no? Okay, so number of unknown is only 1. Okay, so pangatlo class is may tinatawag tayo na pen connection or hinge support. Okay, so hinge support class can resist a translation with respect to horizontal and with respect to vertical. So therefore, there will be a reaction Rx and reaction Ry. Okay? But take note class, pen connection, okay, can rotate freely. Okay? It can rotate freely class. Okay? Kapag nag-rotate ng freely, itong yung bar class, okay, kapag nag-rotate siya ng freely, so therefore, there will be no resistance in moment. Okay? So, therefore, walang resistance in moment dyan class. Only Rx and Ry. Okay? So, the reaction are two force components, Rx and Ry. All reaction force may act in any direction. Okay? So, there are the force component, the reaction component class, Rx and Ry. Okay? To solve the resultant, to solve the reaction at this point, so, kunin mo lang yung resultant ng dalawang force na yan. Okay, so number of unknown class is 2. Okay, pang-apat class is may tinatawag tayo na fixed support. Okay, fixed support class can resist. Okay, explain ko lang class, no? If I will apply a load P in this beam class, okay, and due to this load P class, yung beam natin, it will intend to move downward. Okay, so since yung fix natin, ito yung support natin class, fixed, no? Fixed support tayo. Fixed support class can prevent vertical loads. Okay, it will prevent the beam to move vertically. So therefore class, there will be a reaction. Okay, there will be a reaction Ry. Okay, nag-gets niyo ako? And then, if I will apply, okay, if I will apply a load P like this one class, ano mangyayari? Okay, so it will intend to move the beam horizontally. Okay, since fixed naman yan class, it will prevent, okay, it will resist the movement of this beam. So therefore, there will be a reaction, Rx. Okay, so there will be Rx. Okay, like this. Okay, so if I will apply P class, no? A load P here class. Okay, anong mangyayari class? Okay, so it will, in this point class, it can create moment. Okay, it will create moment class. Okay, and this fixed support class can resist moment. Okay, it can resist moment class. Okay, so tatlong yung reaction niya class, no? Ry, Rx, at yung moment reaction niya. Okay, so the reaction are the couple moment M and the two force component Rx and Ry. All reaction may act in any direction. Okay, so meaning class, in any direction class, yung Ry natin, it can be going upward or going downward. It depends to the loading of the body. Okay, and also the moment. It can rotate clockwise or counterclockwise. It depends to the loading of the body. Okay, so number of unknown. How many? That is 3. Okay, so Ry, Rx, and M. Okay, so panglima class is may tinatawag tayo na smooth surface. Okay, so kapag smooth surface class, talagang touch lang siya sa surface. Ito yon. Okay? Kapag nag-free body diagram tayo ng bar na yan class, at i-draw natin yung reaction niya, ito yon. Okay? At tandaan nyo class, the reaction is a force which acts perpendicular to the surface at the point of contact. Okay? So, ito yung point of contact class. Ito yung point of contact. At yung reaction natin, kailangan perpendicular to the surface. Ito yun. Okay? Nag-get siya ko class? Okay, so number of unknowns is how many? That is only 1. Okay? So, collar. Panganim class, may tinatawag tayo collar na smooth rod. Okay? Smooth rod class, ito yung smooth rod natin. Ito yung smooth rod natin. Okay? So, kapag nag-draw tayo ng free body diagram class, ito yan. Okay? Explain ko lang kung bakit ganyan class, no? Okay? Okay, kapag ito yung support natin class. Okay? Kapag yung movement ng collar class is in this direction, okay, it cannot resist a load, okay, with respect to this direction, because it can translate the collar with respect to this axis. Okay, so only class perpendicular, no, perpendicular to this axis. Okay. So, it can be either like this or like that. Okay? Basta tandaan nyo, basta collar class, it can free to move lang siya class. Okay? Along to the smooth rod. Okay? Okay, so the reaction is a force which acts perpendicular to the rod. Okay, so ito yung reaction natin and then perpendicular to the rod. Ito yung rod natin class. Okay? So, number unknown is 1. Okay, next. Free body diagram. The first step in equilibrium analysis is to identify all the forces that act on the body. This is accomplished by means of a free body diagram. Okay? So, basta free body diagram talaga class, ito talaga yung pinaka-importante. Okay, so the free body diagram, FBD, of a body is a sketch of the body showing all the forces that act on it. The term free implies that all supports have been removed and replaced by the forces, reaction that exert on the body. Okay, simple lang talaga ito class, no? Okay, i-explain ko ito class kapag nag-sample problems tayo. Okay, so i-sample problems natin siya class para ma-elaborate natin siya ng maigi. Okay, so sample problem 3.3. Determine the weight W and the reaction of the pin connection at A for equilibrium, assuming that the pulley at C is frictionless. Okay, so beam AB weighs 600 Newton. Okay? So, anong yung pinadidetermine sa problem class? Is the weight of the crate class, ito yung weight W, at yung reaction ng pin connection at A. Okay, so dalawa yung pinadidetermine class. Okay, so ito yung gawin natin class, no? Okay, una class is plano muna tayo class, no? Okay, to solve the weight of the crate class, or to solve the weight W, okay, we must compute the tension of this cable class. the tension force of this cable, so that we can solve the weight W. Okay, since pulley naman yan, class, at the pulley is a frictionless, meaning that the tension cable at this cable, class, is equal to this tension. It is equal to this cable, tension cable. Okay, kasi frictionless naman yung pulley natin. Okay, so ito yung gawin natin, class, no? Okay, so mag-free body diagram tayo ng beam AB. Okay, so ito yung beam AB natin. Okay, and take note, class, yung support A is hinge, meaning may dalawang reaction tayo. Okay, so ito yung ating vertical reaction, tawagin natin na AV, or vertical component ng reaction at A, at ito yung ating AH. Okay, gets nyo ako, class? Okay, since at B, class, is may cable naman dyan, class. Okay? And this cable will prevent to move AB going downward. So, therefore, there will be a resistance going upward. Okay? Kasi yung cable natin is nagre-resist to prevent AB to move downward. Okay? Kaya, may tension siya na ganyan, class. Okay? Ito yung tension force due to the cable. Okay? And tawagin natin siya, class, as T. Okay? So, may iba pa bang loading, class, na dapat natin isali sa free body diagram ng beam AB? Okay? Meron pa, class. Okay? So, dito, class, beam AB weighs 600 Newton. Or yung timbang ng beam AB, class, is equal to 600 Newton. Okay? And then, class, yung weight ng beam, class, it will act on the center of gravity of the beam. Okay? And the center of gravity will act at the center of the beam. Okay? So, saan yung center natin, class? Dito. Since 3 meter naman yan, at 3 meter naman to, therefore, ito yun, 0.6 kilonewton. Okay? Going downward, because that is the weight of the beam. Okay? So, may iba pa ba? Wala na. Okay? So, this will be the free body diagram of AB. Okay? I-draw lang natin yung lahat ng forces that act on AB. Okay? So, dito, class, anong next move natin dito? Okay? So, ang gawin ko, solvin ko si T, class. Okay, so solvin ko lang yung tension force T. Okay, to solve tension force T, okay, magmo-moment ako at point A. Okay? Kapag mag-moment ako sa point A, class, yung force AH at yung force AB cannot resist, it cannot develop moment because its line of action will intersect at point A. Okay? Okay, so summation of moment at A is equal to 0. Okay, ulitin ko lang, class, AB and AH cannot produce moment, okay, kapag nag-moment ako at A. Because yung line of action niya will intersect point A. Okay? And then, assume tayo, class, that going clockwise is positive. Okay? So, ito, class, no? So, okay, explain ko lang, class, no? Okay, nag-moment ako dito, class, at point A. And then, dito muna tayo, class. Ito yung summation of moment. Okay, unahin ko si 5 kilonewton, class. Unahin ko si 5 kilonewton. Okay, 5 kilonewton, class. Okay, kapag nag-moment ako ng A, 5 kilonewton force it will develop a clockwise moment. And we assume that clockwise is a positive. So therefore, that is 5 kilonewton times 1 meter. Okay? So that will be the moment produced by 5 kilonewton. Okay? And next, class, is the 8 kilonewton. Okay? And the 8 kilonewton, class, okay, ito yon. Okay, it will produce a clockwise moment. and clockwise moment is positive. That's why positive yan. Okay? So that is 8 times moment arm. What is the moment arm, class? Ito yung moment arm ng 8 kilonewton, class. That is 1 plus 3 plus 2 meter. That is equivalent to 3 meters. So that's why plus 8 times 3. Okay? And ito yung, ito pa yun, 0.6 kilonewton. Okay? 0.6 kilonewton. Okay? It can create a clockwise moment. Ang clockwise moment is positive. And that's why, class, positive yan. Okay? Plus positive 0.6 times moment arm. Moment arm, class, is ito yung moment arm natin. Okay? So 1 plus 2, that is 3. So 0.6 kilonewton times 3 meter. Okay? Ito yun, class. Okay? And then, lastly, class, T. Yung tension force T natin. Okay? And tension force T, class, kapag the-moment ako ng, at A, class, okay, it will create a counterclockwise moment. Okay? Kapag counterclockwise moment, class, okay? Kapag counterclockwise, since clockwise naman natin is positive, so, and therefore, counter is negative. Okay? So, therefore, it minus siya, class. Okay? So, minus times the force, T, times the moment arm. What is the moment arm of T force? Ito yung S. Okay? And that is 1 meter plus 2 meter, that plus 3 meter, and that is 6 meter. Okay? That's why, class, minus T times 6 meter yan. Okay? Nakuha nyo ko? Itong equation na yan, class, that is represent the summation of moment. Okay? Take note. That is represent the summation of moment. And then, equals ito, class, oh? Equals. And then, is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay? Nakuha ko? So, summation of moment, ito yon. And then, is equal to 0. Equate natin to 0. Okay? To solve that equation, we can directly solve the tension force T. Okay? So, tension force T is equal to 5.133 kilonewton. Okay? And class, pinasosolve din sa problem, class, yung tension, yung reaction ng yung reaction ng pin connection at A. Okay? So therefore, class, we solve natin si AB and si AH. Okay? So unahin ko nung solvein, class, si AB. Unahin kong solvein sa AB, class. Okay? So para ma-solve niyang AB, class, is mag-summation ako at point P. Okay? Ito na lang gawin ko, class, oh, para ano lang, class, oh. Okay, ito yung AH natin, class. Okay, may horizontal force pa bang iba dyan, class? Wala na. Only AH is the horizontal force. Okay, kapag nag-summation ako with respect to horizontal, class, Fx is equal to 0. And then assume that going positive is going to the right is positive. So therefore, AH, okay, wala nang iba dyan, class, no? And then is equal to 0. Therefore, AH is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore, class, AH, 0 ito, class. 0 sa AH, class. Okay, 0 sa AH, class, ha? Okay, so and then, we know the horizontal component of the pin connection A, class. Okay, para ma-solve natin yung reaction ng A, okay, solve na natin yung reaction ng AB. Okay? So, anong dapat natin gawin dito, class? Okay? Since may tension force naman tayo, T, class, no? Na-solve na natin yung tension force, T, class. Yung gawin natin, class, is mag-summation of vertical forces tayo. Okay? So, summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. And we assume that going upward is positive. Okay? And then, therefore, okay, so AB, that is going up, that is positive. Okay, then 5 kilonewton that going downward, so minus 5. Yung 8 kilonewton going downward, minus 8. Yung 0.6 kilonewton going downward, minus 0.6. And then, yung tension force natin is going upward. And tension force natin, tension force ng cable is 5.133 kilonewton. So that's why plus yan, plus 5.133 kilonewton. And then is equal to 0. And then is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore, we can directly solve AB. Okay? So class AB is equal to 8.467 pounds. Okay? Class, we know that AH is 0. Okay? Nasolve na natin yung AH class. And AH is equal to 0. Okay? We can check the summation of horizontal force is equal to 0. Okay? And then class, yung reaction at A class is the resultant of the force component of the reaction of pin connection A. Okay? Ito, di ba ito yung reaction niya? Is R is equal to Rx squared plus Ry squared. Okay, gets siya ko, class? Since yung AH natin is 0, meaning yung Rx natin is 0 also. Okay, so therefore, cancel yan, class. So therefore, we can directly say, class, that resultant of the reaction or the reaction at pin connection A is equal to Ry. Okay, so therefore, class, okay, the reaction at the pin connection A is equal to 8.467 pounds. Since that the horizontal reaction at A is equal to 0 na. Okay, so ito na yung answer natin. Okay, reaction at A, class. Okay? So, ang next natin i-determine, class, is yung weight ng crate. Ito yung weight ng W, class. Okay, paano natin gawin yan? Paano natin solvein yan, class? Okay, so para maintindihan, class, is mag-free body diagram ako ng pulley at C. Okay, ito yung pulley at C, class. Okay, ito yung pulley at C. Okay, and take note, class, yung pulley natin is frictionless. Meaning ng friction, class, kung anong tension ng cable dito, class, it is equal to the tension of this cable. Kasi frictionless sila. Okay, so therefore, class, okay, ito yung tension force T natin, class. At ito yung ating, okay, CB. Kasi naka-hinge support ito, class, oh. Naka-hinge support yan, class. Yung pulley na yan. And hinge support is 2 unknowns. Okay, so ito yung ating CB at ito yung ating CH ito, class. By the way, CH yan. Okay, CH yan, class. Okay? And then we know, class, no? We know already, class, that the tension force T, that is equivalent to 5.133 kilonewton. Okay? And then if we draw the free body diagram of the crate, class, of the crate W, ito yung, class, ito yung crate natin. At ito yung weight na, class, is going downward. And then, since may tension, since may cable dyan, class, so therefore, may tension force dyan. Okay, ito yung T natin. And we know already that the tension of the cable, that is equivalent to 5.133 kilonewton. Okay, so using by summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. And we assume that going upward is positive. Okay, so therefore, T minus W is equal to 0. Okay, so we can say that W is equal to the tension force T, or weight natin is equal to 5.133 kilonewton, and this will be our final answer. Okay, gets nyo ako? Okay, so sample problem 3.4 tayo. Okay, so problem 3.4 tayo. So determine the reaction for the beam shown in figure SP 3.4. Okay, so ang pinade-determine dito, class, is to solve R1 and to solve R2. Okay, kasi ito yung reaction natin. Okay, reaction of the support. Okay, so una natin gawin, class. Okay, una natin gawin, since may uniform distributed load naman ito, class, no? With an intensity of 100 pounds per feet, with a length of 14 feet. Okay, 6 feet plus 8 feet, that is equivalent to 4 feet. Okay, yung solution natin dito, class, unahin, kunin muna natin yung resultant force ng distributed load. nito class. Okay? Ang tawagin natin siya as P. Okay? Ito yung class ay. At we know that the resultant P class, okay, will direct to the center of gravity of this area. Okay? And that is equivalent to 7 feet. Kasi 6 feet plus 8 feet, that is 14. And then, yung resultant natin is mag-a-act sa center. Okay, so that's why 7 feet yan. Okay, from this point. Okay, to solve P class, how to solve P? Okay, so P is equal to, that is the area. The area of the distributed load, that is 100 pound per feet times 14 feet. Okay, and that is equivalent to 1,400 pounds. Okay, so therefore, P natin class is equivalent to 1,400 pounds. Okay, gets niyo ako? Ang gawin ko class is, ang gawin natin is to solve R1, okay? Magmo-moment ako at point, tawagin ko itong class na point A, okay? At tawagin ko siya at point B. Okay? So, ang gawin ko class, to solve R1, okay? Magmo-moment ako at B. Okay? So, solving for R1 class is mag-summation ako at moment at B is equal to 0. And we assume that going clockwise is positive. Okay? Kapag nag-moment ako at point B class, okay? Kapag nag-moment ako at point B, okay? Hindi na makakaikot si R2. Okay? Kasi yung line of application niya, okay? Yung line of application class is mag-intersect siya at point B, which doon ako nag-moment. Okay? So, therefore, class, yung equation natin ganito. Okay? So, i-explain ko siya one by one, class. Okay? So, unahin ko itong summation of moment at B, class, ha? Okay? So, nag-moment tayo dito, class. Okay? Unahin ko si R1, class. R1, anong rotation ng R1, class? Okay? So, R1 will produce class? A clockwise moment. Okay? Yung R1 natin it will produce a clockwise moment. And clockwise moment is positive. Okay? So that's why class, positive R1 yan. Okay? Times the moment arm. What is the moment arm of R1? Ito yung moment arm ng R1 class. Okay? And that is equivalent to 2 feet plus 8 feet. Okay? And that is equivalent to 10 feet class. Okay, so that's why class, R1 times 10. Okay, gets niyo ako? And ito yung 400 pounds class. Yung next ipaikutin ko class is ito yung 400 pounds. Okay, nag-moment ako at point B class. Nag-moment tayo at point B. Okay, tignan natin yung 400 pound class. Ito yung rotation niya. Okay? At yung 400 pound class, it will create a clockwise moment at point B. Okay? So, therefore, positive to. So, plus 400, what is the moment arm? Okay, the moment arm class is 4 feet. Okay, so that's why plus 400 times 4 feet yan. Okay, gets nyo ako? Okay, and then class, ito yung 1,400 pounds natin. Okay, na-convert na natin siya into concentrated load. Okay? And then, yung 1,400 pounds natin, class, okay, nag-moment tayo at point B, okay, it will produce a counterclockwise moment. Okay, and we assume that counterclockwise moment is negative. So, meaning, minus yan. So, that's why, minus 1,400 pounds yan. Okay, times, what is the moment arm, class? Okay, ito yung moment arm natin. Okay, ito yung moment arm niya. Okay? So, yung moment arm na class this is 7 feet plus 2 feet. Okay, so that's why 2 plus 7, that is 9. Okay, so that's why minus 1,400 times 9. Okay, and the last force na makakaproduce ng moment at point B class is the 300 pounds. Okay, and 300 pounds, okay, anong rotation niya class? Okay, it will create a okay, it will create a counterclockwise moment at point B. Okay? So therefore, minus 2. Okay, so minus 300, what is the moment arm of the 300 pound? That is the moment arm. Okay, that is equivalent to 2 plus 8, that is 10, plus 6, that is 16 feet. Okay, so that's why class, minus 300 times 16 feet yan. Okay, and wala na-include na natin yung lahat class. Okay, so ito yung summation of moment class at point P. And then, equate natin siya to 0. Okay, kasi is equal to 0 yan class. And then, equate natin siya is equal to 0. Okay, so we have only one equation and there is only one unknown. Okay, so therefore we can directly solve R1. Okay, so to compute R1, that is equivalent to 1,580 pounds. Okay, and that will be our final answer in reaction R1. Okay, so how about in solving R2? Okay, to solve R2 class is actually may maraming paraan naman ito class, no? Para less yung solution ko class is since may R1 naman tayo class that is equivalent to 1,580 pounds and we have only one unknown R2 because we nasolve na natin si R1 class. Okay, para ma-lesser yung solution natin class is mag-summation. Okay, gamitin ko is mag-summation of vertical forces tayo. Okay, so summation of vertical forces FB is equal to 0. And we assume that going upward is positive. Okay, so R2, okay, explain ko siya one by one class. So R2, that is going upward, that is positive. And then, yung R1 natin class is nasolve na natin si R1, that is equivalent to 1,580 pounds. And that is going upward. So that's why plus 2, plus 1,580 pounds. Okay, and then itong 300 pounds class, that is going downward. So minus 300 yan. Okay, and then yung 1,400 pounds class, that is going downward. Okay, that's why 1,400 pounds yan. And then the last force is the 400 pounds, that is going downward. And that's why 1,000 minus 400 pounds. Okay, ito yung ating summation of vertical forces. Ito yung summation of vertical forces. And equate natin siya is equal to 0. Okay, and then we have, in this equation, we have only one unknown. So therefore, we can directly solve R2. Okay, to solve R2, that is equivalent to 520 pounds. And that will be our final answer. Okay, by the way, class, no, R2 can be solved by moment. Okay, we can solve R2 by summation of moment at this point or summation of moment at A. Okay, kasi nag-assume tayo na ang point na yan is A at ito is B. Okay, so therefore, okay, i-check natin class, no? I-check natin kung kapag yung nag-moment tayo at point A, yung R2 natin is masasolve is equal ba sa 520 pounds. Okay? So i-check natin class or by summation of moment at A. Okay? By summation of moment at A, at we assume that going clockwise is positive. Okay? So nag-moment tayo dito class, no? Ito yung point A natin. Okay? So, explain ko siya one by one class. Okay? So, unahin ko si 1,400 pounds class. Okay? So, 1,400 pounds, ito yung line of action niya. Okay? So, itong length na yan class, itong length na to. Okay? Itong length na yan. Okay? That is equivalent to 8 feet. Okay, that is equivalent to 8 feet. At itong length na yan, class, that is equivalent to 7 feet. So, therefore, class, yung moment arm ng 1,400 pound class is 8 minus 7. That is equivalent to 1 feet. Okay, so therefore, class, okay, by the way, class, yung rotation na mapoproduce ng 1,400 pounds is a clockwise moment. Okay, so that's why positive ito class. So, positive 1,400 times the moment arm, which is equivalent to 1 feet. Okay, gets ako? Okay, so, next is the 400 pounds. Okay, so 400 pounds, kapag nag-moment ako at point A, itong point na yan, class. Okay, it will create a moment, a clockwise moment. Okay, clockwise moment is positive. Okay, so that's why positive 400 pounds yan. And then, what is the moment arm of the 400 pound force? Okay, so that is 8 feet plus 2 feet plus 4 feet. That is equivalent to 14 feet. Okay, so that's why plus 400 times 14 feet. Yan, class. No? And next, class, yung R2 natin. Okay, so yung force R2 natin, class. Okay, it will produce. Okay, it can produce a counterclockwise moment. And we assume that counterclockwise is negative. So that's why minus yan. Okay, and then R2 is unknown. That is unknown R2. And then what is the moment arm of R2? Okay, ito yung moment arm ng R2 class. That is equal to 10 feet. Okay, so that's why times 10 yan class. Okay, and then the last force class is the 300 pounds. Okay, kapag nag-moment tayo dyan class at point A, okay, it will create a counterclockwise moment. Okay, so that's why minus to. Okay, times the force, that is 300 pounds. And what is the moment arm? Okay, so moment arm, ito class yung moment arm niya. That is equivalent to 6 feet. Okay, so minus 300 times 6 feet. Okay, and then wala na. Wala nang forces na na-include na natin lahat yung forces niya. Okay, and then ito yung summation of moment niya. And then equate natin siya is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So therefore, we have one unknown and one equation. So we can directly solve R2. Okay, to solve R2, that is equivalent to 520 pounds. And that is equivalent, that is equal. Okay, same lang yung class. Okay, same lang. Okay, pili kayo class kung mag-summation of vertical forces kayo or mag-summation of moment. Okay, talagang mag-equal at mag-equal yan class. Hindi pwedeng mag-equal yan. Okay? So, sample problem 3.5 tayo, class. Okay? Okay, paano naman kung ganito, class? Kung ganito yung beam natin. So, determine the vertical reaction at support A and B for the beam shown in figure SP 3.5. Loaded with a concentrated load 1,600 Newton and a load varying from 0 to an intensity of 400 Newton per meter. Okay, so ang pinadedetermine sa problem class is to solve the reaction of the roller support A and the reaction at the pin connection B. Okay? So, yun yung aim natin. Okay? So, ang tanong dito, class, is anong unang step na gawin natin? Okay? Anong unang step na gawin natin, class? Okay? Yung concept dito, class, no? Hindi ko na-explain, class. May concept in transferring the load, class. Okay, example lang how to transfer the load, class, no? Okay, example lang. Okay, may ako ito, class, no? Ako ito. Okay, ako ito, class. And then, okay, may isang tao, class, may isang mama. Okay? Okay, may isang mama na sinuntok ako dyan, class. Okay, which is nag-apply siya ng load dito, class. Okay? So therefore, class, if we draw the free body, ito yung B, class, no? Ito yung person A at person B. Okay? Kapag i-free body diagram natin siya, class. Okay? Kapag i-free body diagram natin yung person B, class, ito yung free body diagram niya. Okay? Ito yung free body diagram niya, class, oh. Okay, nag-apply siya ng load, class. Okay, that's why may P siya, class, dyan. Okay, and then may weight siya, class. Okay, may weight siya. Okay? And then, may reaction yung feet niya. Vertical reaction. Okay? Due to the surface. This reaction na class is perpendicular to the surface. Okay? Tawagin ko lang siya ng R at R. Okay? R1 at R2. Okay? Okay, so kapag tingnan natin si B class, si person B class, nag-apply siya ng force P. Okay? Kapag class, no? Kapag yung, kapag i-draw naman natin si person A class, okay, kapag nag-free body diagram naman tayo sa A class, ito yung free body diagram ng A class. Okay? Okay, dito class, nag-accept. Okay, 'di ba dito sa point B class, no? Okay, dito sa point B, person B is meron siyang tension force. Okay? Okay, in the role of transmitting or transferring the load class. Okay, ito yung class, oh. Na-feel niya yung load niya. Okay, na-feel niya yung ng load na na-apply ni B. Okay, that's why may load siya class at this na ganyan class. Okay? And then, may weight siya na ganito, yung weight niya, and then yung reaction ng feet niya class. Okay? In contact with the surface. Okay? So, tawagin mo siyang R1 at R2. Okay? So, ito yung kaibahan niya class. Okay? That is the rule of transferring the load. Okay? So, ito yung class. So, yung unang gawin natin class is, mag-una tayo dito sa loading na ito class. Itong loading na ito. Okay, tawagin natin siya class at itong okay, tawagin natin siya at C at D. Okay, so ito yung ating beam AB at beam CD. Okay? So, ang gawin natin class is mag-free body diagram muna tayo sa beam CD. Okay, so mag-free body diagram tayo ng beam CD. Okay, and then beam CD class, yung reaction ng at C class is a roller. Okay, roller to. Okay, roller yan class ha, roller yan. Okay, at beam at yung support natin at D is a roller also. And we know that a roller is only one unknown, and that is perpendicular to the surface. Okay, so therefore class, ito yung reaction niya. Okay, ito yung ating CV at ito yung ating DV. Okay? So, unahin natin solving class is, unahin natin yung computin yung CV at DV. And then, i-transfer natin siya sa beam AB to solve the reaction at A at B. Okay? So, unang gawin natin dito, class, isolve muna natin yung resultant force ng triangular distribution load na ito. Okay, so ito yung ating P, and we know that P is equal to 1/2 times 400 times 4. That is the area of this triangular load. And that is equivalent to 800 Newton. Okay, so therefore, this is 800 Newton. And then, what is its location from this point? Okay, since that P will act at the center of gravity at this in this section class, therefore, that is 2/3 of 4 meter. Okay, check ko lang class, no? Okay, what is 2/3 of 4 meter? Okay, that is 8/3. That is 8/3 meter class. Okay? Okay, so to solve dB class. Okay, to solve dB is mag-summation of moment tayo at point C. Okay, kapag nag-summation of moment tayo at point C, yung CV natin is hindi makaproduce ng moment. Ito class. Yung CV natin is hindi makaproduce ng moment. Okay? So therefore class, kapag nag-summation of moment tayo at C, so therefore there will be one unknown involved, only dV. Okay? So summation of moment at point C is equal to 0, and we assume that clockwise is positive. Okay? Okay, so Okay, so ito yung equation ng class. So, therefore, okay, inahin ko to class, no? The 800 Newton, okay, nag-moment ako at point C class, Okay, so the 800 Newton class, it will produce a clockwise moment. And we assume the clockwise moment is positive. So that's why positive yung class. So positive 800 times what is the moment arm? Okay, so the moment arm class, ito yung moment arm natin. That is 8/3 meter. Okay? So, ito yung class. 800 times 8/3 meter. And then, yung dB natin class, okay, kapag nag-moment at point C, it will produce a counterclockwise moment. And then, counterclockwise moment represent the negative sign. So, that's why minus yan. Okay, and then, what is the moment arm? What is the force? That is unknown, dV. And then, what is the moment arm? Okay, that is equivalent to 4 meter. Okay, so minus dV times 4 is equal, that is the summation of moment at C. Ito yung summation of moment. And then, equate to 0. Equate to 0. Okay? And then, solving these equations class, we can directly solve dV. That is equivalent to 533.33 Newton. Okay? Class, by the way, no? By the way, class, kapag yung dV, kapag itong example class, no? Kapag dV natin is positive, okay? Kapag dV natin is positive class, it represent that the direction of the force dV class is correct. Okay? Kapag yung negative yung answer ng dV natin class, that is represent that the direction of dV, yung assumption ng dV natin is incorrect. Okay, tandaan nyo yan, class, no? Kasi napaka-importante nito. Okay? So, to solve CV, class, okay, para ma-maiksi yung solution natin is mag-summation of vertical forces tayo is equal to 0. And then, we assume that going upward is positive. Okay? So, therefore, CV, okay, plus, okay, that is CV going upward, plus, okay, and then dV natin is going upward, that is plus. And then dV natin is equivalent to 533.33 Newton. So, plus 533.33 Newton. Okay, and then 800 Newton, that is going downward. So, minus 800, and then equate to 0. Okay, so therefore, CV natin is equivalent to 266.67 pounds. Okay? And then CV natin class is positive. Therefore, the direction of CV is correct. Okay? Okay, so i-arrange ko lang class. That is our DV at ito yung ating CV. No? Okay, so free body diagram of beam AB. Okay, so ang next ating gawin class is mag-free body diagram tayo ng beam AB. Ito yung class. Okay, so yung beam AB natin class, ito yung beam AB natin. Okay, so may concentrated load siya class, no, ng 1,600 Newton. Okay? And then yung support at A class is a roller. And then we know class na roller is only one unknown. Okay, so therefore class, only one unknown lang yun. Ito yung reaction ng A class. And we call this class as AV. Okay, at yung point B class, that is hinge support. So therefore, ito yung ating BV at ito yung ating BH. Okay, gets nyo ka class? Okay, and then we can directly say class, no? We can directly say that BH is equal to 0. Okay? I-continue ko mo lang muna ito class, no? Okay? Tingnan mo ito class. There is a contact. There's a roller support. Okay? In this point class, no? And then, ang beam na ito class, ang nag-carry sa beam na ito is ang beam AB. Okay? So, therefore class, di ba ito yung ating C at ito yung ating D. Okay? Okay, due to the beam above AB class, okay, it will produce a downward force. Okay? Kasi ang magkikerry ng beam above beam AB class is yung beam AB talaga. Okay? So, that's why class, ito yung CV natin. Okay? The reaction of CV, okay, ito yung reaction niya. Okay, that is going downward. Okay? Because that is loading. Okay? So, that is CV class, no? And then, yung D natin class, is may DB tayo. Is may contact pa yung, may naibigay pa, okay? May naibigay pa yung beam CD natin. Ito yung load na ibigay niya. CD. At point D, ito yung loading na nabigay niya class. Okay? And then, this load is equal to the reaction of beam CD. Okay? So, that's why class. Okay? Itong force niyan is we call, ito yung ating force DV. Okay? Nag-gets nyo ko? Okay? So, nakuha na natin class yung CV at DV natin. Okay? Yung target natin class is to solve the vertical reaction at support A at B. Okay? So, therefore class, yung AB at BB yung pinadidetermine sa atin. Okay? And class, take note, no? Yung BH natin is directly, we can directly say BH is equal to 0. Okay? Because summation of F, if we summation of F, Fx tayo is equal to 0. And we know that BH is already is only 1. So therefore BH, okay, wala namang horizontal force ng iba dyan class. So therefore is equal to 0 talaga. Okay, gets your class? So we can directly solve BH class. Okay? So, ang next natin gawin class is mag-summation of moment ako at point B. Okay? Para ma-explain yung solution natin. Okay? Kapag nag-summation of moment ako at point B class, yung makakancel na force dito class is yung DB at yung BV at BH. Okay? Pwede hindi na selos BH ito class kasi 0 naman yan. Okay? So, kapag nag-moment tayo at point B, hindi makakaikot ng tatlong force nito. Okay, kasi yung line of action niya is it will intersect the moment center. Okay? So therefore class, yung makakaikot lang na forces is itong tatlong to. Yung AB, yung 1,600 Newton at yung force CV. Okay, so summation of forces, summation of moment at point B is equal to 0, and then assume that counterclockwise is positive. Okay, so unahin ko si AB class. Okay, so explain ko siya one by one class sa AB. Okay, so force AB class, okay, it will create, okay, it can create a clockwise moment, and we assume that clockwise moment is positive. Okay, that's why positive yan. Okay, so positive times the force AB is unknown. Okay, what is the moment arm class? Yung moment arm na to, is ito yung moment arm natin. That is 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 4 meter. And that is equal to 6 meter. Okay, so that's why AB times 6 meter. Okay, gets nyo ko? And then, yung CV natin class. Okay, yung CV natin, that is equal to 2,600.67 pounds. At yung CV natin is going downward. So, at point, kapag nag-moment tayo at point B, it will create a clockwise moment. Okay? And kasi, kaya, no? That's why, minus yan. Okay, so minus 266.67 pounds times what is the moment arm? Yung moment arm niya, ito yung moment arm niya, class. Ito yung moment arm niya. Okay, that is equivalent to 4 meter. Okay, so times 4 meter. Okay? And then, the last one is the 1,600 pounds. And then, yung 1,600 pounds will create a counterclockwise moment at point B. Okay, so that's why minus 1,600 Newton times the moment arm. That is equivalent to 4 meter plus 0.5 meter. And that is equivalent to 4.5 meter. Okay, and that's it. No? So, ito yung ating summation of moment at point B. Okay, ito yung summation of moment point B. And then we equate this into equate this equal to 0. Okay, so it's equal to 0. So therefore, our AB will be equal to 1,377.78 Newton. And this will be our final answer. Okay? So, how about to solve BB class? Okay? Since mayroon na tayong AB class, we can directly solve BB by summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. And then we assume that going upward is positive. Okay? So, AB natin is going upward. AB natin is 1,377.78 pounds. Okay, so ito yon positive. Okay, and then BB natin class is going upward. Okay, so and then unknown. Okay, so plus BB tayo. And then yung 1,600 Newton is going downward, so minus. Okay, so minus 1,600 Newton minus CV. Okay, CV natin is 266.67. So, minus 266.67 Newton. And then, minus dV. Okay, minus dV. dV natin is going downward. So, minus to. Okay, so, minus 533.333 Newton. Okay, and that is our summation of vertical forces BB. And then, equate natin siya is equal to 0. And then, is equal to 0. Okay, and then we can directly solve BB nito. Okay, so therefore, BB dito class is 1,022.22 Newton. Okay, and that is positive class. Therefore, the direction of the reaction BB is correct, and also AB. Okay, take note lang class, no, kapag yung nag-negative yung answer nyo, that is not represent a wrong answer. Okay? Kapag yung negative yung answer mo, okay? That represent that the direction of the assumption of the force is incorrect. Okay? But hindi sinabi na wrong yung answer mo. Okay? Yung direction lang. Okay? So therefore, ito na yun. Okay, so ito yung ating AB at ito yung ating BB. Okay, and that's it. Okay? Okay, so the end of part 2. Okay, so thank you for watching and God bless and good luck.